This is Stephanie Wilson-Coleman, known as the Empowerment Doctor, and I want to talk about achieving goals. There's a quote that I read a long time ago that not having goals is choosing to live by default. That means that you're just in the flow, whatever happens, and you accomplish whatever happens. And all the time, this is not what you want to accomplish. So I want you to start to think about your goals. Remember, life is a little bit like a sand castle, so it disintegrates unless you keep putting energy into it. So I want you to make a goal. I want you to consider some things when you're making the goal. So what would you like to be doing every day? What would you like to go? What do you want? Where you want to be in a year? Where do you want to be in 30 days even? If it's exercising, that's a goal, put it down. Take small steps, but list it on your calendar. So what about eating habits? Do you want to change your eating habits? How would you do that? Make a list of how you will start to do that. So as you do that, when you make these lists and you look at exactly where you want to be, decide where you want to be in a year, and I want you to write a paragraph about how that looks. So how would this look if I completed this goal in a year? So when you do that, you can also begin to look at the obstacles, whether they're physical, psychological, mental, where there's just emotional. Then you can be able to remove those obstacles so that you can choose a goal simply because you have identified them. And I've discovered that when we put light on something, meaning we start to research it, it tends to disintegrate all by itself. So I want you to deal with any resistance that you'll have. And the resistance can come in a lot of forms. Sometimes for me, resistance comes in, oh, I'm too busy to take time to do that. When you're really not too busy to take time to do that, and if you are too busy, just do the first step. Because when you have a goal, you've got the steps you need to take, and don't try to take all 20,000 steps today. Just take one step, and if you can, take 2 and 3 steps, and you will amaze yourself when you will actually complete that goal. What I have found is that when I take a step, the universe takes 2 or 3 for me, so that it makes it a lot easier. So, as you're dealing with the resistance, forgive yourself for having resistance. Resistance is something that we all deal with because sometimes we think that it is harder than it actually is, and if it appears to be harder, just do one thing. The other thing is that I want to share this quote with you about it, that a man has to have goals for a day, for a lifetime, and that was mine. To have people say their goals, Ted Williams, the greatest hitter who ever lived. So I want you to determine where you want to end up. And I want you to write the goals down that support that. And as I always say, get started one step at a time. See, you can do this because you were put here on this earth at this time to get this done. There are people waiting for you to achieve your goals so that they can learn what to do, so that they can change their life. Remember, you are the answer to somebody's prayer. Stephanie Wilson-Coleman, the Empowerment Doctor, and it has been a blast. Have a great day.